Welcome to Sailor Calypso Says. I'm your host, Sailor Calypso, aka Angelina. If you're new here, in this podcast we talk about pop culture and many other nerdy, nostalgic things. I'll try to keep it to the 80s, 90s, and early 2000s, but sometimes things go sideways and we don't stick to a script. On every episode, we will also try a fun snack food that is not normally found here in Western Canada. And I will probably also read some mail we've received recently. Stick around, you might like what you hear. Hey guys, this is Angelina. I'm here today with Mat and Berlynn from Collectoverse. It's a toy store here in Prince George, British Columbia. And yeah, thanks for joining me today, guys.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Yeah.
Us.
No, you were supposed to say, and thanks for having me.
Oh, and thanks for having me.
See? Two me's are an us.
You're welcome. Yes. Thank you for joining me.
Two me's are an us.
Well,
That's an actual equation.
Can you not hijack our podcast just yet?
with math.
With math.
Please
especially.
don't hijack my podcast with math. Okay.
This isn't Mathcast?
No, I hate math.
Oh.
Anyway.
Yes.
This is our guest, Math Walker.
Math. It's right in my name. How can I not love
Sort
math?
of.
All right.
Well, I guess it is right in your full name.
That's right.
Are you writing this down?
She better be taking notes because she'll forget about that until later. Oh, math.
Later when you listen to it?
I don't know. I don't know if she listens to this stuff at all.
Anyway.
I just finished telling
thanks
you about how I
for
do.
dropping by.
Yes.
And we could finally get together and do this.
Yes.
That is pretty awesome.
Yeah, it's
Thanks
been
to the
it's
weather
been
for finally
yes.
letting us do this.
Yes.
It's been a hassle.
Thank you
last
for the
couple
weather
of
for
weeks.
allowing us to get together.
Finally.
Happy
Yeah.
to finally be here.
Yeah. And I am going to tell everyone how we met. Is that okay?
Sure.
And feel free to jump in if I am mistaken or something.
Okay.
As long as you tell them the agreed upon story and not the true story.
That's right.
Basically, I went in your store because I was like, hey, there's a new toy store that I haven't been in before. I should go in there. And then I eventually made it into your store. And then I was like, this place is cool. I'm going to come here more often. And then I just kept coming in, and then I forced you guys to be friends with me. Mm-hmm. Like I do. and here we are.
I did not feel forced, for the record. It felt very mutual.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
I mostly now I just not only buy toys, but I just hang out with you guys even if I'm not going to buy toys. I just hang out in your store. It's called loitering.
Which we love.
That's on Saturday. That's you bring the people.
I bring all the people
That's
on
right. You
show
Saturdays.
up
I
and there's
hate
lots
it.
There's
of
always
people
a
are-
rush when you come in.
There's always a rush when I come in. That means they were there beforehand.
But it's like always right around the same time.
And then I don't know what it is. Like that one day I was in there and there was like 8 people came in after me and I was like, what is this?
We're not complaining.
No, it's good. It is very good for us. And it had been a very slow December
Yeah.
until about like the third week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then you just needed me to come in and go out like every day.
Might I ask
Like a bunch of times.
how you found us? I know this is like your podcast and not my store's podcast, but I'm just curious. Did you just like see the sign and you're like, oh, I should go over there?
No, I
Or was it online?
think I saw an ad on Facebook or something.
That's cool.
Ads.
Yeah.
They're working.
Yeah, subliminally. I normally don't click on Facebook ads, but then I was like, hey, there's a store. And I like toys and stuff. And it's nerdy stuff.
Yep.
I'm not so much like on the regular toy stores.
Yeah.
It has to be like old school toys. I'm not so much into the new school toys, but you know.
I get it.
Um,
I'm also of that same mind
yeah.
and into those specific kind of like retro toys.
Yeah, totally. I also want to thank you guys for being here on my first ever podcast.
Thank you for having us on your first podcast.
Yeah.
I don't know how this is going to go, but I want to have more.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I should have more.
I have nothing to base this opinion off of, but I think you should do more.
Cool.
I think it's a good idea.
If I get
and I think
bad
it's
feedback
fun.
from this, a lot of it, like
can't
a
see that
truckload of it,
No, you
I'll
should still do
probably
more.
get discouraged and
No,
not
no.
do
If
one.
Still
you
do
get
more.
that much attention on your first episode,
You'll be
keep
like,
going.
how did
keep
you?
going. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Still do
Negative or not, keep going.
Okay.
Because you did something right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, if you get 100 letters saying Sailor Calypso sucks, then you just go, hey, 100 letters.
I'll be like, hey, 100 letters.
Yeah. Okay, once you've dried your eyes with those letters, then you can look at that there was 100 letters.
Once you dry your eyes with all the ad revenue money from all those listens
That's
that were
right.
mad.
That's
then,
right.
Yeah.
Well, as long as the only way I'll get money from this is if all of those people who hate it watch it on YouTube or something.
Yep. Eventually. That's
yeah.
the goal anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, no, having a great content is the goal, not making a living making great content.
That's right. Yeah, it's not about the living.
Yeah.
Anyway, why did you guys decide to have a store? Not just like a physical store, but a store in general.
I know this one.
Yeah. We talked about it 5 weeks ago on our first show, but I can't really remember.
I think
Go ahead.
there wasn't a big decision. Weirdly, throughout the pandemic, Matt started collecting first. He got back into Transformers because we were, at home. He had just left his job right before the pandemic started and was supposed to start a new one. But pandemic started.
Yeah, doing live sound in the pandemic times.
Yeah,
doesn't
so
really
that didn't end
exist.
up happening, and there was just a
Right.
lot of needing to fill time and
Right.
kind of exploring new hobbies, I guess. And he kind of rediscovered Transformers. He's like, man, I loved these. Bought one.
Right.
Went off the rails. Bought 79,000 of them.
Okay.
But
I bought the whole line, everything in the main line, except for I got to this point where I had everything, and I couldn't get 3 of them, and I was like, to hell with this. I'm not gonna have any of these. So I started dropping full subsets of the line.
Oh,
And
boy.
I'm like, no, these ones gotta go. These ones gotta go. So I sold a bunch off, and then
it's what's called a completionist.
I don't think I own any of those anymore.
Anyways,
Yeah.
so I felt left out because I like to be a part of everything.
Right.
And that's when I started collecting Funko Pops, which I know people have their opinions on. And I've definitely downsized since my original spike into them. And I kind of keep it really specific now.
Yes.
But anyways, we both collecting, and it was with Transformers that the issues happened. But we were finding a lot of supply issues in town where he wasn't able to find what he was looking for specifically. Walmart would be out or not get them in. Walmart does this thing where they get one order, and if they all sell, they don't refill it.
Yeah.
The peg sits empty. We have one local store that supplies Transformers, and
We had one local store that supplied Transformers, but now we got 2.
us.
Booyah!
Anyways,
Booyah!
at the time, there was one, and they also didn't have a very big selection.
Right.
They had a few. It wasn't great, and their prices were $30 to $40 over Walmart.
Yeah.
Oh.
And like GameStop would have stuff too, but it was a very much
GameStop too.
very much a lack of competition,
Right.
which is terrible for anybody collecting anything.
It's like retro toy monopoly.
Yeah, and there was
it was bad.
nobody was trying to serve that community. I think the stores that had them because they had them, but nobody had them because they were trying to give to the Transformer collectors of the community.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he ended up ordering online, which for the most part, go listen to episode 1 of our podcast. But you named the ones that we had.
Yeah, it's like we really detailed it there.
Yeah,
about,
which ones we had good experiences with.
Which ones we had bad
And which ones we had bad experiences with. But it all came together on a trip. In the summer, we do a lot of trips to Quesnel. We just go there, check the Walmart, hang out, go to K-Max.
Eat Indian
Shout
food,
out K-Max.
have a taco.
What's K-Max?
They're a store in Quesnel.
It's like a
Wonderland adjacent.
Yeah, like Tiny Great White. They're just
When
they've
I go
got,
to Quesnel, all I do is go to the antique mall and then
Which is also great.
and that's
Antique
all,
mall,
and then
yeah.
come back.
yeah, they're right downtown on Reed Street, right in the main drag there.
Yeah.
Cool.
But they've got a whole side of tabletop games, and they've got a lot of board games, and so we always go and check them
all the
out.
paints and stuff for doing models, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
like
we-
a hobby store?
Yeah, like a hobby store.
Cool.
So we were on a drive home from a Quesnel trip, and we were talking about we had just had one of our really bad experiences with the online store. And we were like, why don't we just do this ourselves? We're unhappy with this option. We're unhappy with this option. This option's going terribly. I think we were driving home. We were specifically talking about how easy good customer service is.
Yeah.
We were talking about how just treating customers like people
Yeah.
is not hard. It's the most basic, easy part. We're
Yeah.
why don't we just do it ourselves?
Yeah.
Yep.
So then I think we made the website like days after that. We're like, let's just do it ourselves. Let's start a website. I don't think we had even talked about opening like a physical store at that point. We were very website.
Yep. Yeah. Well,
oriented.
that was you had wanted a store because we were going to little like stores.
Yeah.
And she was like, let's have a store. And I'm like, well, let's do a website first.
Yeah.
In just so that's
Baby steps.
working.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we started there, and we started pretty quick.
So Berlynn's like a very much jump at the deep end of the pool kind of person.
Yeah.
For everything.
Which we
okay.
did do. like we jumped into having a store with really no, like most people save up for like, 5 years, do their thing. But yeah, it was just one of those things like, I was off work. Government was funding me with EI.
It was timing. Good timing.
She was a student with
But I was an at-home student because it was COVID.
Right.
So I wasn't going to school.
I was also an at-home student.
Yeah.
Did you like it?
No, I hate it.
Yeah. I liked parts of it. I liked that I could like make it work with my schedule. There was a time we were going. Where were we going?
We were going to Kamloops because you sold somebody a snake, and you took school.
I took
on the
school,
highway.
Like
on
an
the
actual
highway.
snake,
Yeah.
not a toy snake? Okay.
Yeah. I downsized my personal snake collection, which is now downsized to 0. So don't be scared.
Now you just have a personal spider collection?
I don't think one's a collection, but we're getting there.
Yeah,
Okay.
one. No, we're not getting there. No, you've got
Anyways.
one spider, and it's fine.
Like, ways to get Angelina to
Anyways.
stop coming to my house.
Yeah, I brought
Collect spiders.
I brought school on the road. I literally like Bluetoothed it on my phone from Zoom,
Yeah.
and we were driving to Kamloops. I said, I'm not going to be on camera. I got to mute myself. I'm driving, but like I'm here.
Yeah.
And I listened to the whole lecture. So like that part I think was really good for online school, but I also had a really hard time staying accountable to anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I didn't do great with homework assignments, and cuz like without a class that you had to go to,
Yeah. It was
my
hard.
brain didn't go, "Oh, homework's due."
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, totally.
Sorry.
Put the microphone in
I'm
your mouth.
I'm getting hand signals to stop laying on the wall behind me.
in your mouth.
Sorry.
We were going to record this at the store, and I was just going to lay across the glass counter and hope I didn't break it.
No, you
Were
weren't.
you going to do that?
Yeah, and just lay there and talk in the mic.
He wasn't going to do that.
That would have been weird.
But anyways, so we had all this time. We did not have money, but we had time. And it doesn't take much money to start a website, especially if you like kind of have the stock to do
Yeah.
it. And we managed to find a space that was small and relatively affordable,
Yeah.
and just went for it. And that's when you found us.
Yeah. It's in a really weird location, but it
is.
works for me really well because I go to the thrift store across the street and then come to see you.
Yeah, that's why we make sure to have the sign out there facing.
And that's kind of the appeal of that place. It's the only appeal of the place.
Yeah.
Like it's like, it's like a little armpit. It really is. Come
It's
on.
literally the building's armpit.
It's literally the building's armpit.
Yes.
We thought we had a really cool opportunity there because it's right next to a dog groomer. And one of our first orders after we moved in there was a lot of pet stuff. We got like dog leashes that were like comic themed.
Right.
We got like, what were the popular ones? Grogu?
Oh yeah, there was
Now we're catering to nerdy dog owners.
Yeah. But it was
yeah.
like, you can't find that stuff in town anywhere. Where
No.
you get like Captain America
You
leashes. and-
cannot.
so we got the dog toys, like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles logo dog toy.
we sold some of it, and the rest just
It's
sat.
sat.
It was a dud.
Yeah, that was not a demographic to cater to.
We thought that it would be people go over, drop the dog off, check out next door. No, they just get in their car and leave
Yeah.
because they're sick of that dog anyway.
The occasional person would come in and be like, I'm just waiting for my dog. But it's always people that are like interested in toys.
Yeah.
It's never people that are just killing time. It's people that are like, I'm killing time. And also, this is something I'm interested in.
Well, what are you guys watching right now? Anything interesting?
On the television?
Yes. Well, television, streaming,
Well,
things,
I've been watching The Neighbors.
whatever.
I look out the window and I turn all the lights off
Let's
in the
clarify.
house.
Media.
We hid the
Oh.
telescope for a reason.
Yeah, media.
You hid the
What
telescope.
are you watching on the media?
That's a good question. I was watching this week. I've been watching Staged with David Tennant and Michael Sheen.
Okay.
It's pretty good.
David Tennant from Harry Potter and Michael Sheen from Twilight, in case anyone's wondering.
No, David Tennant. They are.
I just like
from
to
the- they are
reference
from
their
those
least
things.
popular
But
roles.
David Tennant from Doctor Who and Michael Sheen from he's
Twilight.
in lots of things. He was in Twilight. He's excellent in
Charlie
Twilight.
Sheen's dad.
I love
No.
his role.
No, that's Martin Sheen.
Michael Sheen's different guy.
Oh, different guy. Goodness.
Hey, I don't want to bring Twilight up on your podcast. but
I have
you
never
it?
seen
Okay.
Twilight. Nope.
I'm just gonna show
Yeah, he's
you
just
his
he's just
character.
insane in that movie. He's just
Okay.
He just has this like maniacal little
He's just
giggle and stuff.
bonkers.
Like it's such a
But
good role.
Anyway, the show is about during the pandemic, and they're having Zoom meetings with each other. They're 2 actors, and there's a director of this play, and they're all going to make this play, but they have to rehearse
That's his character.
back and forth. And so, yeah, that stupid smile. But yeah, and so that's what the show's about. And like it starts out a bit dry and slow, but it gets very, very funny.
Oh,
There's
yeah?
like, there's like Samuel L. Jackson's on it for a short time, and
Nick Fury. I
Or,
reference
you know,
people by
yeah.
the movies that I've seen them in most.
yeah,
Which
So-
are none according to our earlier conversation.
Hey, I know everyone who was in Lord of the Rings and there's subsequent things, and also
fine.
people who were in Marvel stuff and
Yep.
there's subsequent things.
Okay, fine.
But that's all.
Star Wars is off the table.
No, well,
Home Alone off the
maybe
table.
I've seen it. I've seen the Star Wars.
yeah.
All of it?
Some of them. No.
Okay. I've seen that one Star Wars.
I've
The
seen
Star Wars.
You want to reference Sailor Moon, and I got this.
I don't even remember anything.
That's
And here I am on the Sailor Calypso
on
podcast.
the Sailor Calypso podcast.
I remember loving Sailor Moon. I didn't
Sailor
hold
Moon.
on to it as I grew up. So
Right.
I remember it nostalgically, but
I
I
hung
don't.
on to it lots.
I think a lot of people did.
Yeah.
Maybe I hung on to it more, like enough for both of us.
There we go.
Yeah.
See, I let it go so you could have my share.
Right. Okay.
You're welcome.
Thanks. Yeah, thank you. What? Anything else?
To
What are
answer
you
the-
watching, Berlin?
I was gonna say
watching.
to answer like what are we watching? We usually have a Wii show, but we don't have a Wii show right now.
Yeah, we finished. We were watching It's Always Sun in Philadelphia, which we finished. It's all
Well, we're not
we're not
caught
finished.
up.
There's more seasons after the fact, but they're just not on streaming. So we'll.
Yeah, we're caught up on Disney Plus, whatever they have there.
Right.
What did we watch most recent? That was like a relevant nerd show. I didn't watch Andor with you.
No, you did not. I watched it. I watched it by myself.
We watched She-Hulk. That was relatively recent.
I
I
like
loved
that.
that one.
Yeah.
I had a great time with that one.
Mm-hmm.
What have I been watching? Nothing.
You just playing video games all the
Yeah,
time.
I'm video gaming lately.
Something that we both watched that I remember talking about with you is Wednesday.
Oh yes, that was relatively recent.
Yeah.
Yep, we did watch that.
And it was relatively awesome.
We
I also
quite
watched
enjoyed
It
it.
was good.
Yeah, we had a really good time with that one.
Yeah.
I already forgot that was recent. I'm like, yeah, that's just in my brain now.
Yeah.
That's just a thing. But yeah, I really hope they do a season 2.
Yeah. Me too. That would be awesome.
How do you feel about the parents? There's been some online controversy over the casting,
I don't care.
right?
They do their job.
Yeah,
They portray the characters well, I
I
think.
thought so.
Yeah, from the original one.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
I didn't really
Doesn't
care.
matter.
Right from the beginning, it was supposed to be about Wednesday. I'm like, I don't really
And it
care
is.
about the parents.
yeah.
totally
And the only
about her.
reason I knew who the actor was of the dad,
Luis
Luis
Guzman?
Guzman,
Yeah,
was like from Community.
he's hilarious.
He's like that guy who was on Community a couple times.
Yeah,
Yep.
I've been recently watching a lot of Christmas specials.
have you?
We watched
yeah.
the
The Guardians of the Galaxy Christmas special. Did you watch
Oh,
that?
yeah.
Oh my god, that was
that's
so good.
hilarious.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
I loved it. The literal spoiler alert. Kevin Bacon as a Christmas present.
Yeah.
Amazing.
I don't think that's a spoiler alert because it was in the preview, I
Yeah,
think.
and
Was
people
it?
should have watched it by now. If
Well-
if they haven't watched it by
I
now,
think everyone has.
But I'm just
it's
saying.
only been like a week.
no, it's been out for a
How long
while.
was it?
I mean,
don't
like
But
a
I just
couple
mean,
days
like-
since Christmas.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like the day after Christmas here, and if anybody hasn't watched it yet, too bad.
Your loss.
Yeah, too bad. Screw those guys.
Too
They're-
bad you get all the spoilers now.
That's right.
But we laughed the whole time.
This year I concentrated on animated things, so I watched the Tom and Jerry Nutcracker.
Don't kick me out. I don't like animation.
She doesn't like
I don't really watch anything animated.
Cartoons. No cartoons for you.
No, it's ridiculous.
I also watched the Charlie Brown Christmas special.
I saw it once. I'm good. I don't know. I can't relate to cartoons. It's not that I don't want to like them. I don't know.
If you can think back to your childhood times,
I probably can't, but I'll try.
try. What's your favorite book, series, or movies or TV shows that you have from that time?
100% choose your own adventure. Those books were like it.
I have no idea what you're talking
No?
about.
Okay, choose your own.
There
So
must be an age gap.
okay, well,
Not much of an age gap.
so choose your own adventure books. You don't know those at all?
No.
Okay, so choose your own adventure are the series of books where the first page starts a story, and then depending on which decision you like, it'll have like a couple pages, and then there's a decision to be made.
And then per that decision, you flip to a certain
flip to
page.
a
Yeah,
certain
it's like
page.
flip to page 87
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah, so it's like interactive books.
I recently read an Encyclopedia Brown book that's
Okay.
like that.
Yeah.
I had no idea what Encyclopedia Brown was. I'd never even heard of it.
Yeah, there's one I was thinking about the other day because you sent me these questions beforehand somewhat,
Yes.
and I was thinking about like one that I remembered. I remembered this
Way to
book.
break the magic.
Oh, whatever. We're still just talking. It's fine. But I remembered this book.
Unicorn magic.
I did not preview the questions.
I remembered this book called Stinker from Space, and it's about an alien who crash lands on Earth and is found by these kids, and it resembles a skunk. And
Oh.
its name is, and I think their name is like Sinkure, and they're like, no, Stinker, and it's like little kid sci-fi fiction.
Because it resembles a skunk.
Yeah,
It's kind of cute.
That's why they called him Stinker.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And I don't remember much else from it, but I remember that one. I used to read like anything sci-fi when I was a kid.
Yeah.
I was big on that.
Berlin, what about you? Anything?
My favorite TV show when I was a kid was Bobby's World.
Oh, yeah.
I have a toy
Yeah.
over there on the shelf.
I remember Wendy's released a bunch of toys back in the
I
day.
need them all.
Uh,
But yeah, I loved that show.
I can even remember the theme song in my head. Yeah.
Yep.
Howie Mandel.
Isn't that how Howie Mandel became famous or something?
No, he was already famous, but that
Really?
was like he was a comedian in the 80s.
I was a kid. I
There
didn't
was
get
a.
out.
You ever
wasn't
seen the movie
alive.
Little Monsters?
No.
Okay, well, he was in that movie.
Cool.
My favorite movie as a child was Wayne's World.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of my like childhood, I was raised by a single mom. So I was not raised on like Star Wars and that kind of stuff. I watched, although I think my neighbor best friend when I was like 5 showed me Wayne's World. So can't credit that to my mom. But I watched like Armageddon a lot as a kid.
No, yeah,
I don't-
that's-
it's just
that's
stuff my mom
That's a thing
watched.
you want to watch.
But
Guess
I get
what?
all my
Never-
musical taste is from Wayne's World. So,
Oh, okay.
and I don't know.
Yeah, she just loves Rhino Bucket all day.
Yeah, that's all I listen to. But yeah, I developed a love for Alice Cooper from Wayne's World. I saw Alice Cooper when I was 7. My mom took me to some open air concert thing. I don't even remember what it was. But I sat in the rain and
Feel
waited
like-
for him to play my favorite song, and he didn't.
That was irresponsible.
did he have a guillotine and cut his head off?
Yeah.
Yeah. When you were 7, you were like, "Mom, is that man dead?" She goes, no.
Like I didn't know
No.
what to expect by then. I have a tattoo of him. Okay.
Probably owns an album.
Big fan. But yeah, my childhood stuff isn't usually the same childhood stuff as other people. I didn't watch Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I didn't watch Nightmare Before Christmas, which people get mad at me for.
I
I still don't like it.
I just watched that for the first time yesterday.
Did you like it? I don't like it.
No, I did not.
Right? The only people I
it's
know
tough.
that loved it as a kid.
Yeah.
And that nostalgia definitely does something different.
Mm-hmm.
And I think without that, it's like just kind of an annoying movie.
Yeah.
Yep.
Those are
Yeah.
my childhood memories.
Kind of related to that, what is one toy that you had when you were a kid that you wish you still had right now?
Matt can probably answer that one better than me.
Um,
I'll think while you talk.
I was going to say something Transformers, isn't
no,
he?
no, I didn't have Transformers as a kid.
I can see it on
So
your
I
face.
miss Transformers. I like them as an adult, and
Oh.
I they were cool as a kid, but never had any. I was born in 1981, and Transformers are for 8-year-old kids. By the time I was old enough to have Transformers, they were these weird little dinky things that weren't cool. They were like little all plastic, whatever. All the like the metal parts and stuff were gone. So yeah, I didn't really like. I liked Transformers way later. I just got into them a couple years ago. I was really into monsters.
Uh-huh.
So like I had the Imperial made this line of Universal monsters, and I had Dracula, Frankenstein, and I think I had the Wolfman, but I know I had those two for sure. And like I'd love to have that line, all of them now, because I think the Universal monsters are cool. Yeah, I think that's kind of the thing. How about you? Did you have any toys then? Like
When you were a kid, did you have any toys at all?
I had a lot of stuffed
Owner of toy store.
stuff.
Stuff.
Stuffies.
stuffies?
I had a lot of horses. I had a lot of toy horses.
Oh,
Those are my main memories.
you're one of those.
She's one of them horse kids.
I'm out of here. I can't even think. I just asked my mom if I had any toys I really liked as a kid.
Oh.
Maybe she'll jog a memory. But I mostly remember like horses were the ones I got most excited about.
Yeah.
Like I remember one year I got like a stable with horses and
Oh.
I just got jazzed.
Were they like regular colored horses or like pink
My
and
mom just said ponies.
green?
Did you have My Little
Green
Pony?
ones.
I didn't have My Little Ponies because I liked the ones you could ride.
You could
would-
ride or
you wouldn't-
Barbies could
You would
ride?
never ride a pony.
You would never ride a My Little Pony.
No, My Little Pony's a little girl.
Oh, mom says Lego too. I did like Lego a lot.
Yeah, me too.
Yep.
Yeah. But I don't know. Again, I wasn't like a action figure kid or...
I liked Lego back then.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd like Lego now. Though.
I get... Me and Matt do...
It's the same.
Like, no, it's not. It's
Yeah.
there's too many like little pieces and
No,
like
there's so
Me and,
stuff you can make. I don't know.
in the 90s.
Less blocks
In the
only.
90s, Lego got really crazy with some of the designs of like individual parts. So when they started doing this stuff like early 2000s, but like Bionicle and those things, those are all like new parts that are not based on the system.
Yeah.
But everything now, anything that you buy now that's Lego is all based on the system. Every part is a standard part. It just might be a different color,
Oh.
right? Like everything in every set. It's kind of neat. Because they really like diversified and went crazy with all these new sets and all these different things. But it almost killed the company. Like they almost went bankrupt. Like
Yeah.
I think Harry Potter was like the line that saved them.
Yeah. One thing that I was super stoked about that happened this morning
Yeah,
was I found a box in storage of my vintage toys.
that's rad.
And I was super excited. Best things that were in there were like the Sailor Moon wands.
Oh yeah,
Sailor Moon's wand, Sailor Mini Moon's wand.
is that the pink,
and I have
the pink
some
one with the gold
Weird
moon?
pink Sailor Moon camera.
pink one with the gold moon
Yeah,
and
I don't know. The one with the ball,
Okay.
and then Mini Moon's wand has like a star and it glow like flashing thing in it. I don't know how to explain these things.
I think
but
I think I know the one. I've got one at the store that's like it's like a pink wand with a gold moon, but it's missing a star that goes in the middle. It's the same one my youngest sister had when
you
she
have
was
this
a
at
kid.
the store and you haven't sold it to me
It's
yet.
not complete.
We were going to try
Oh.
to fix it.
Yeah, it's not complete. It's missing the like jewel that glows in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The moon crystal.
I just remembered a kind of toy I loved as a kid.
because your mom told you.
She didn't remember the specific thing. Okay. I should just have my mom over. This is
Your mom should be on this
These are my
podcast
toy store
instead of
owner
you.
friends and one of their
mom.
moms.
Yeah.
But she said that I liked projects more than make believe. So I liked a thing to do, which is why I like Lego. Because there's like an end goal.
Right.
It's not just like, ooh, rah, rah. Or,
Like board games.
I never really got into board games.
I just remember
Well, like
playing
building
this,
toys.
having this Mickey Mouse Yahtzee
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
from like 1988 or something.
Yeah.
I played it a lot.
That's funny.
I remember that.
But she says, I loved art, gel pens, markers, construction paper, and anything with stickers.
She still loves that.
Did you have
And the sticker thing reminded me, I forget what they're called, but I looked this up like a year ago. Do you remember?
Okay.
They're like these sheets that you used to be able to pick up like anytime we went for groceries or whatever. And they have like a scene and then
Yeah.
a sheet of stickers.
Yeah,
And
I
you,
remember
like, make
those.
the scene.
I don't remember what they're called, but
Me
I
either,
remember
but
those.
I went on a mission to find them a little while ago because I wanted to order some for the store. Because I was obsessed with these things. And I found them and I found a bunch on eBay.
Oh,
And I was going to order them.
Huh.
And I totally forgot about it. And I can't remember. They were just called like something stickers. It wasn't like a big cool name or anything.
yeah.
But man, I loved those. Like anytime we had to go run errands, I was like so jazzed to pick up a sticker activity.
Yeah.
Did you have a spirograph?
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
me too.
Never had one, but I knew about it. I think there was one at my grandmother's house.
Those
It
were
was pretty
fun.
neat.
Yeah.
I also had this thing that I loved, which was kind of like a spirograph, but instead of pens, you used paint.
Oh yeah, that sounds familiar.
I forget what it was called. And you turned something really fast.
Yeah.
Spin? Maybe it was like a paint spinner toy. I don't remember. If you remember what it was called, you could shout it out at me
Yeah.
somewhere
Yeah.
But-
Anybody listening
on the
definitely
social
let her know.
medias. But yeah, that was pretty cool. And I remember having like not an etch a sketch, but it was like something doodle.
Magnadoodle.
Yeah, Magnet Doodle.
I
It
remember
had like
those.
magnets that
Yeah.
made fun
Which
shapes.
which I think kind of Etch a Sketch also has magnets. Because that's kind of how it works, right? But it's the two.
I've never taken apart a Etch-a-Sketch.
We should take
so
one apart.
I have no idea.
Yeah, we should rip one apart sometime.
Oh,
Figure it out.
not on a podcast episode.
I don't know.
No,
Crack, 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 smash.
break the magic for people.
That's right. Yeah, nobody wants to know.
No. It's
Mom says
secret.
everything I owned
Smart.
was written on.
Oh, well, that makes
That's funny.
sense.
That explains your arms.
She has lots of tattoos for the
explains
people
my
who can't
everything.
see her.
Yeah. That's
Um,
funny.
Cool. Yeah. I collected a lot of stickers too. The best ones were those fuzzy ones.
Oh, yeah. I remember that. They were like a flocked Funko Pop.
Yeah. They were
Yeah.
like flocked,
Yeah.
but stickers.
I remember that.
Do you remember puffy stickers? Do they have those
Yeah.
still?
Yep. Like the squishy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the big heavy. Do they have those still now? Like they might. It seems like a thing that somebody might be
They're a
making
little
now
different.
because
There's
it's
definitely
a
like
retro
3D
thing.
stickers that you can get
Yeah.
for like scrapbooking and stuff.
Yeah.
But I don't think they're the same. Like,
The scrapbooking ones are
Rubbery.
called embellishments.
oh, sorry.
Oh yeah, embellishments.
Sorry.
Just to get technical, because I used to do that.
I got really into scrapbooking for a while.
That was one of my hobbies.
One of my hobbies is trying hobbies.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I've done all of them.
She's like a hobby collector as well as a toy
She
collector.
does do that.
Yeah, it's a problem.
Just tries the things.
I do the thing where I spend all my non-existent money on trying a new hobby and then I don't stick with it. So
Right?
I have not a Cricut. What's the one I got? A silhouette machine.
Oh.
Silhouette. Yeah. The
Because I was going to make
cutter.
stickers.
Like a plotter cutter.
We also
machine,
bought like a
the
$500
ones.
like a
printer.
Cricut, but the other
it's
one.
like a Cricut, but the other company.
I have
I
a
just-
cuddle bug.
Cuddle
Is
bug.
that another?
It's like a Cricut, but it's smaller and
yeah.
there's like folding and like embossing of paper.
Oh, that's cute.
And there's a little bit of cutting, but it's all done when you shove things through the machine and crank really hard, and it squeezes
hand
things.
crank this
yes, it squeezes
Listen.
the paper together.
That's funny. Put your arms down. Matt's got his fists on his hips here,
No,
watching
I
us
don't.
talk about
No, I
this.
don't.
Well, it's a taste test time.
All right. What are we doing?
So we're
scared.
gonna try these holiday edition candy cane Viva Puffs,
Ooh,
which are made in
marshmallow.
Canada. So
Is
if
every
anybody from
episode-
outside of Canada is listening, they might not know what Viva Puffs are, but they're basically like marshmallow cookies.
Is every episode of your podcast going to have taste test time?
Yes.
And is it going to be called taste test time?
Yes.
Hesitantly, yes.
What would you like equate that to for American listener? Like a wagon wheel, but a cookie?
Yeah,
Kinda?
like a kinda and smaller. Wagon
yeah.
wheel are quite
They're
large.
big, yeah.
Well, this is my last holiday edition snack to try this year.
Look
So
at this box here. Candy cane. Made with real mint.
Ooh.
None of that phony mint.
Just a leaf.
I'm
right
like
in the
assaulted by candy cane smell.
middle. Ooh, that's a good sign, right?
That's real mint right in there.
Are we all going to try at the same time, or are we going to try one at a time?
As soon as I can get one out of the package, I will pass it to you.
Ooh,
We
I'm
can
gonna
all
do it
try
like-
it at the same time and give our opinions.
Oh, thanks. Just silently get it. Oh, it's so broken.
Do you want a
Yeah,
better one?
Are you
mine's
guys all
mine's
fresh?
all broken
No, I'll take
too.
it.
Mine's
I'll take it
fabulous.
broken.
Okay, biting. It's got pink in it.
Yeah. That's the candy cane.
I'm not sure how I feel about green marshmallows, which just doesn't affect the taste.
I'm not really big on marshmallows anyway, but I'm gonna finish this thing because it's pretty good.
They taste like regular Viva Puffs to me,
I was just going to say, I'm trying to remember what the non-flavored
With a
ones taste
hint.
like, and I feel like this is it.
with a hint of candy cane. It's like eating a candy cane and also a Viva Puff at the same time.
I'm not even getting that much candy cane.
Is Viva Puff like regularly mint?
No. They're just like regular marshmallow fluff.
And I think there's usually strawberry or raspberry flavoring jam in the middle,
Okay.
like this one.
Yeah. They just added mint to this one.
I think so.
Yep.
It's good. It's fine. But I don't know if it's very candy cane.
It's not special enough that I would be like, hey, I'm going to wait till next year at the holidays and buy these again.
The box is more special than the treat.
Yeah, I'm just going to buy regular Viva Puffs and
Yeah,
be okay with it.
that's right.
I'm
So,
gonna not buy any Viva Puffs.
The aftertaste is a little more candy caney, I feel like, than eating it was.
Yeah, I think flavor wise, this whole thing's pretty good, but I'm just not big on a marshmallow.
Marshmallow fluff.
Yeah.
you can eat more if you're hungry, more hungry.
If you're more hungrier for
I
cookies,
brought something else that you guys are welcome to try. I'm definitely going to try it.
yeah,
But I think Matt will probably try it. I don't know if he'll try it, Berlin, but it's a Japanese candy, and it's called Fettuccinis gummy al dente bouncy bite.
ooh,
I will watch
And
you
it's
try that.
cola flavored.
What?
Cola
Can
flavored.
I see this?
it's fettuccine cola.
Are you gonna have one first and then I'll look at it?
It's a product of Japan. If
So
that helps you.
is this fettuccine thing
I
a
have
thing
no
that has
idea.
different flavors?
There were different flavors when I bought it.
Where'd you get it?
Selected the
Marquee?
cola one. Yeah, Marquee. I selected the cola one because I was like, oh, I don't want it to be fruity in case Berlin wants to try it.
Oh, so now you really want me to try it, huh?
You're gonna try it.
I'm not a gummy
Dude,
guy.
it's very smells like Japanese pop.
I'll see how you guys do and then maybe I'll try one.
No, you'll try it at the same time.
I'm afraid of gummy.
Yeah, don't worry. Look, it's hardly gummy. It's just like a
It's like
cola.
a sour key.
Guess what I don't like? Sour keys.
I don't know if it's sour, but it looks
You know what
like
I
a
do
sour
those
key.
little bananas. Those little bananas.
Yeah. Oh
like,
yeah.
like the little foam banana.
Yeah. I don't know if I still like those. I
Yeah.
remember liking it as a kid.
I remember when you could buy 5-cent candies for 5 cents.
I'm a blue fish
And
man
you still
myself.
buy 5-cent candies?
No, due to inflation, they're 25 cents. No, they're probably
I'm going to be a
each-
team player and try one, but I'm not excited about it.
You don't have to eat the
Okay.
whole thing. Just have
Go
a
ahead.
taste. I'm about that. This reminds me of German candies from when I was a kid.
German candies?
My Oma would bring me stuff when she'd come from Germany, and she'd bring like kind of like fizzy stuff and kind of candies. But this reminds me of that. I'm into it.
Cool.
That's not a thing I'd ever eat on purpose.
I
What about a
liked
different
it.
flavor?
It was like a sour key,
Yeah, like I just
but
mean
not
if
sour.
it was not cola.
I think I would be more into it if it wasn't gummy.
What if it was lime?
I'm not mad at the flavor.
Oh, it was totally like a Coke bottle. Remember those
I remember those.
5-cent
sure, yeah.
candies, but with sugar on it, like a sour key.
Yeah, the flavor
But
is
not
fine.
sour.
I'm not offended by the flavor. It's
You're just
the-
like, don't like the texture?
yeah, it might be the texture problem.
Well,
I
it
also
is a
hate
gummy
Jell-O.
candy,
I also hate Jell-O.
so maybe you just don't like gummy candies.
I don't like gummy candies.
Okay. So I'm going to read some mail that
Nice.
the podcast has received. It's pretty awesome. We got this Garfield Christmas postcard. This is from Daniela in Germany.
Is that just a postcard?
Yeah? Do you want to see it?
Yes, I do.
It's got Garfield. I like Garfield. This card is from Hong Kong Disneyland, and it's Mickey and Goofy and the Chipmunks making snowmans of other Disney characters.
Oh, that's cute.
It says, "Dear Sailor Calypso, greetings from Hong Kong. Thank you for your postcard. I love Disneyland so much. My favorite Disney character is Chippendale."
Cute.
It has Chippendale on the postcard. And this one, it's from Austria.
Oh, that's cool.
I was going to say Germany, but it's not.
It's also from Germany, but not even a
No,
little?
it's just because I saw Christmas written in German.
Oh, fair.
I don't know if it's Christmas. It's something to do with Christmas. Anyways, I like this postcard because it's like mushroom house. They live in a toadstool house. It says Christmas greetings from Austria. Happy holidays and stuff. Yeah,
And stuff.
and it has glitter on it, but it's not
that's
like the kind of
cute.
glitter that comes off when you touch it.
That's like really, it's like the glue was
It's like
glittery.
embedded. Let me open this other stuff. They're still sealed and I haven't opened them. This is a very nice Peanuts Christmas card with Snoopy on it, and it's shiny, and it's got many Woodstocks.
And the
It does have many
the
Woodstocks.
envelope
Oh, and it has a lot of writing.
and the envelope is Snoopy too, and Woodstock. Oh, and look at that.
That's cute.
Hey, it's with the
Snoopy and Woodstock are on the envelope.
yeah.
This is from Suki in Ottawa. She says, before I came to Ottawa, I was in Mississauga, which is not, it's like it's kind of beside Toronto. She says, I prefer Mississauga more, actually.
Maybe.
I've only been to each for like a day, but I've been there, and I drove across the bridge by accident and went to Quebec. I went to a French post office while I was over there.
You did.
Take photos.
I did, actually.
I feel like the post office in Ottawa would have been pretty.
Yeah. Well, they have
Nice
a
architecture.
lot of post offices in Ottawa. I went to the main one, and the main one is like Canada Post headquarters.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. it's a really big, shiny building.
I went to a small town called Carleton Place, Ontario. That place had very cute buildings and probably has a cute post office.
Probably.
I'm just going to think about post offices now when I go places.
I really like when the post offices are in the original building because the buildings are always nicer.
Yeah.
Like historical. But a lot of post offices have been moved to like mini malls or like strip malls or
probably to be more accessible, but
some
it's not cute.
cardboard box building.
You don't care about those ones.
I do. I take pictures of them still, but they're not as interesting.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of post offices in Canada.
Yeah.
And one of my favorite ones that I've ever seen is like in Greenwood, British Columbia, which is in the Kootenays as well. But it's in the original building and they have like the original gate that you talk through, like the cage thing.
Yeah.
And the boxes are original and it's awesome.
That's cool.
Yeah. This is a bunch of post-crossing meetup postcards from Andorra. Andorra is a principality of France.
Oh.
Anyways, I think they're all signed by the people. So for people who are listening who don't know what post-crossing is and don't know what a meetup is, basically a bunch of people who write postcards to each other and use the website postcrossing.com, go to the same location at the same time, and they all sign the postcards. Or stamp them. If they want to save their hand, they just stamp them. And people who go to a lot of those things have stamps because otherwise it takes a really long time to sign 500 postcards.
Yeah, I bet.
So I think this is the end of the podcast.
Well, we've covered so much.
You teach me one thing first. Why do they all have like a strip of tape on the bottom?
It's called washi tape.
Is it just for cuteness or does it? Okay.
It's like
I
decoration.
noticed it on one of the other ones and I wasn't sure if there was a...
Yeah.
Purpose.
Post-crossers, we like the washi tape. We like the stickers. We like lots of things. Decoration-y. Yeah. Thank you guys for being here on my first podcast. And do you want to share how people can get in touch with you?
They can find our online store at Collectoverse, COLLECTOVERSE.ca.
All our socials are linked there as well.
Yep. Our link to our podcast is there. So I guess that's the best spot.
You'll find our podcast in most of the popular podcast finding places.
Yep.
Which is...
Except Apple Podcasts.
No, I did sign up the thing to do it now, but I haven't gone to look. But yeah, I know it'll be there.
Anything you want to know about us, you can find from collectoverse.ca.
Yeah. We're on all the socials, whatever.
Yeah. Thanks for having us.
Thanks for being here.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks for making me eat candy.
You're welcome.
Can't wait to do it
Anytime.
again.
I am the one who forces snacks upon people.
I'm so mad about like a sweet, nice treat. People are eating bugs.
And you're just like, ugh, al dente bouncy bite.
You can connect with the podcast on Instagram at Sailor Calypso Says, like it on Facebook, Sailor Calypso Says, or by emailing me at sailorcalypsosays@gmail.com. Thanks for listening, and I hope you'll join me next time.